Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am going to do a short video on lenses today and what I would recommend. So when I first started out a few years ago, I didn't really know as to where this photography thing was going. Is it going to be a hobby? Is it going to be an expensive hobby? Or is it going to be turned into something more? So I started out, I got a digital camera, a 450, Canon 450, which was an entry-level camera at the time with a kit lens. It was a Canon 450 that I got, and it came with a kit lens of, it was 18 to 55, around about an f5.6, and it was amazing for what it was. And I got some of my favourite shots that I've ever shot on that lens and that specific body. But as soon as I started upgrading, I was like, okay, so what do I want to focus on? Do I want to focus on portraits? Will it be live music? Is it going to be weddings? What will I be using my lenses for? Now, the three lenses that I currently use, I've used them for quite a few years. One of the lenses I purchased was also secondhand. Of course, when you first start out, you want to keep your initial layout in terms of money, financial layout, to the most minimum. You can either rent, or again, you can buy secondhand or trade-ins, whatever. There's quite a few different options available now. So definitely do your shopping around for lenses if it's something that you're thinking of doing. So the three lenses that I'm going to talk about today are the Canon 1.4, which is a 50mm, the Sigma 2470, which is an f2.8, and the 70 to 200 Canon, which is again 2.8. So the first one is the Canon 50mm f1.4. So this lens right here is absolutely amazing. It's got multiple uses. Personally, I use this a lot for portraits and not so much for live photography anymore, but certainly when I was shooting at these smaller venues, it's nice to be able to shoot with this. If there's one lens that I think I would be okay in any situation, I reckon it would be the 50mm Canon 1.4. The reason I say this is because it's, again, the 1.4. So the f-stop that I'm referring to is basically the lower the f-stop, the more light you can get into your lens. And certainly for low light photography, this is brilliant because you just don't know what sort of lighting you're going to be in. So for example, if you're shooting a real small venue with, you know, about 100 people there, it could be really challenging lighting. Whereas if you're shooting at an arena, shooting Taylor Swift, you've got some amazing lighting, but you can adapt this to different lighting situations. And it's brilliant for portraits because it has that real nice bokeh effect on it. And by bokeh, what I mean is, you've probably seen those shots where a certain part of a subject is in focus, so your face might be in focus with the eyes, and then the rest of the shot is super blurred out. That's what you call bokeh, or another term for it is the depth of field on it. So you can get some real nice shallow depth of field on this, and the images are absolutely incredible on these if you can use it, depending on the style that you're trying to shoot, of course. But I love a little bit of bokeh-liciousness, so this is amazing for that. The second lens that I currently use is a 2470 by Sigma. Now, the great thing about this is it's a zoom lens. So that 50mm 1.4 is a fixed lens, so there's no zoom on it. So this one has a zoom on it, which is great. You can, because it's a 2470, it's quite a wide angle lens. And by wide angle, what I mean is that when you're shooting, you capture the environment too. So if you're shooting documentary shots, for example, like reportage work, this is brilliant because you can really get the whole environment in. If you're shooting at festivals, shooting people on festivals and just those wide beautiful shots, this is an amazing bit of lens for that. 2.8, so again, it's really great for concert photography and just general low light photography. So if you're trying to get those sort of long exposed shots of the night lights and traffic lights, car lights, anything like that, this is brilliant. And even for portraits, actually, you can get some great results once you start practicing with it. But for landscapes, if you're a travel photographer and you're going to be on the road, it's great for video and photo. So I would definitely recommend the Sigma 2470. And this is the one that I actually purchased secondhand from a friend of mine who was selling it a few years ago when I was first starting out. And it's been damaged once. I took it to the beach and got some sand in it. And also when I was in Iceland last year, I actually dropped it. Thankfully, here's a tip for you. you should definitely have a filter on your lens, because if for any reason you drop it like that, the filter really saves your lens, and this is exactly what happened. I don't have a filter on this right now because I can't get the other one off, because we was in Iceland on a beach, and I dropped it literally like that. Thankfully it's not damaged because it's quite expensive to replace, but it's done amazingly for me since 2010 I think I purchased it, or 2009 it might have been, but amazing bit of kit. Sigma 2470 2.8. And the last but not least is the Canon 70-200, which is a bit of a beast lens, and by beast I mean just look at the size of that. It's quite heavy, so this is great for portraits. If you're in the studio and you want to mount the camera to a tripod and you want to get some real nice, beautiful portraits, this is amazing for it. Also, it's f2.8, so again, if you're shooting at an arena or a medium-sized venue, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 people. So in Manchester, we have a venue called Manchester Apollo. This is I'll probably go for the 2470 actually, as opposed to this one, but depending on the layout. So when I shot Imagine Dragons at Apollo, they were sort of placed on the stage quite far back, so this one was brilliant for it. Whereas Manchester Arena, which is, I don't know, 30,000 people, you can get a real nice zoom on your artists on stage, and you can get some real good shots with them. So definitely for festivals, for arenas, you want the 70-200. But also, this is great for if you're dabbling in wedding photography. That shot that you need to get that ring shot down the aisle from out back, this is the lens that you're going to resort to. So definitely have a play around with it, see how you go with it. But again, it has got multiple uses, brilliant for video as well. But it does really depend on the style of work that you're going to be shooting and what sort of effect you want on there. Do you like bokeh in your work or not? Do you like a shallow depth of field? All these different things. But these are the 3 lenses that I personally use. I'm going to pop this down now before I drop it. They're the 3 lenses that I personally use, and you can either rent lenses or you can purchase them, entirely up to you. But honestly, if you're going to invest in lens, invest in the lenses you see yourself working with for at least, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, because anytime that you upgrade a body, chances are your lenses are still going to work with that real well. So when I had the Sigma 24-70, I upgraded the body to the Canon 5D Mark II, and that was amazing because it's a full format camera. So the results were still absolutely beautiful in terms of the shots it was after. So they're the 3 lenses that I would personally recommend. If you guys have got any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. I'll also link these products down on the section just down below, and they'll be over on Amazon, so feel free to take a look at that. But yeah, they're my 3 lenses that I go to primarily, and that's it for this video. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.